Hey guys, welcome back. We've got a fresh new video for you today. One that you may have seen before, not this necessarily the same vehicle, but one like it. This is one of our custom. We internally we kind of call this our StormTrooper package, with the white out with the fender flares, wide body, and then the black Ops package. It kind of has that StormTrooper look. That's our internal name for it. But this is our 2008 H2 SUV luxury. This one has 49,000 miles. If you were here, and hopefully I can give you a better view and glimpse, but if you were here in person looking at this and I told you that it had 20,000 miles on it, you would not question it. It is that fresh. It's just one of those that you just don't run across very often. 49,000 miles is no slouch, but when it appears to have 15 to 20,000 miles, that's something special. So it's just been really well taken care of. There's not a scratch, a scrape, a ding, anything like that anywhere on it. So interior is as fresh as they come as well. So we'll go around this one. I'll point out all the custom appointments that we've made to this. Some of them are quite obvious. Some of them may be a little more subtle. So one of the cool things about this H2 that I want to point out first is the wheels. These are one of our favorite model of wheels that we've ever done. We've had, I think, 3 sets of these over the years, and they're just really hard to get. So the reason why we like this, especially on a white one, is that it's a black. These are black spokes, but the inside, or the window panes as we call them, of the spokes it has that aluminum silver look, but it's a very bright. So on a white vehicle, the window panes look white. So it looks like the wheel is white and black, which goes perfectly with it. But if we zoom in, you'll see it's really more of an alloy aluminum silvery look. That's really what it is, but it just has that appearance of white, the way it shines and reflects, because it's really bright. So these are they're Black Rhino Pinatubos. That's the model. So Black Rhino is the manufacturer of the wheel, great manufacturer, and the Pinatubo is the model. This comes in, and this is a 22-inch, just like the rest of ours, 22-inch wheel, 12 inches wide, and a -44 offset. This is the concave design. So remember, there's 2 designs of these wheels. There's a deep dish wheel where the face is sunk in, and then there's this deep lip around the barrel, and then there's the concave design, which is what this is, where the face is really just down in here, and the spokes come out to the edge. So it really gives it a cool look, especially while it's rolling on the street. It has a really nice look. Anyway, I know you have to forgive me. I geek out on some of these little things, so my apologies, but sorry not sorry. So again, obviously we've added the 4-inch extra wide fender flares. We paint them white. We paint the rocker molding white, so it all blends together. We come up to the front and we paint the grill gets painted white, the bumper gets painted white, and then towards the back we paint the rear bumpers white as well. One thing we've added to this one that you don't see very often on ours is this brush guard. This is a urethane brush guard. It was made for the H2, but it was only added from the factory to the 2006 special editions, the limited editions. They did 2 colors that year, Pacific Blue and Fusion Orange, and they both came with that cool brush guard. It's a urethane. It's kind of like a hard rubber that's been painted, and it has this form fitting. It has a cool look. So we ran into the manufacturer, actually a vendor that had a bunch of leftovers. They were unpainted, they never were used, and we bought them all, and then we use them to customize certain H2s. So it's a really cool look. So that is a separate piece. So here's the grill that's painted white, and then that's the brushed guard. And it adds maybe, if you look at the profile, maybe an extra inch that comes out from that. That would be the most forward point there, that lower bumper. So, and then down at the bottom here, of course we painted the skid plate outlined in black with the white H2 emblem. So it's a really cool look, especially from up front. It's kind of got like that Tonka look. Remember the Tonka trucks? I don't know what it is. It just has that look. Now, so that's some of the, obviously we did the black, what we call the Black Ops package, where every accessory is replaced. The chrome accessories, this was chrome, this was chrome, this was chrome, the fuel filler door was chrome, all that was replaced with black. These handles were chrome, those are now black. All the chrome was replaced with black appointments. The only thing that has not been replaced on this one, and it's sometimes we do, sometimes we don't, everybody has a little different taste, is the H2 emblems. The GM and the H2 emblem, that's still in chrome. If you wanted that in black, we can make it black. So that's up to you. The running boards, of course, the roof racks. This one has 3 roof racks instead of 2. To be honest with you, I'm not sure why. Maybe we just got this truck with 3, but we always replace the roof racks, the crossbars, with black instead of the aluminum that they normally come with. Before I go to the back, let me show you kind of underneath here. No rust of any kind. Really, really fresh. I want to kind of give you a view underneath and in the back. Let's get in here. So when we paint these fender flares into the mud flap, that blends it in with the bumper here on each side. We go down to the lower bumper as well as painted white. I'll show you underneath here too. Real fresh. I mean, you could take this to a show and win a trophy. Now let me give you the profile of the side, because as you know, when we use the -44 offset wheels, what that means is the -44 offset means that the where it attaches here to the hub is deeper in, and so the wheel comes out further, so it sticks out wide. Now with the fender flares, you can see it doesn't stick out real wide to the fender flares. Now if it had the normal fender flares, I don't have one handy, but you can see. So this one has just the original wheels and tires, the normal fender flares. See, if those tires would stick out a couple inches with those, but on this one it's about 3/4 of an inch, just to give you a feel. We always go with our spare tire cover, so that's a factory original spare underneath with the black cover. For someone who would rather have a matching spare, we can do that at a cost. We can buy another wheel and tire and place it there, and then we have to do some modifications, but and that's something that's up to you. The other thing I want to show you, I'll go back to the other side. You can look down here and see that there's no door dings or anything like that. Everything is fresh. The other thing that's optional on this one is to replace all of the marker lights along with the tail lights. We can make those tinted. So you've got, this is a side marker light that's red. That one's orange. So on the front they have to be orange. On the rear they have to be red. And then you have your cab lights on top. So those are orange up front and red in the back. So all those lights, if someone wanted to, we can replace those with LED, cool looking LED tinted lights. So they're smoked, tinted, so they kind of have that, it goes with the white and black look. Let me show you, we did it on this one here. See this silver one? So see these, see that's tinted. Now when it illuminates, it's orange. When the back one illuminates, it's red. Same with the lights on top. Those are smoked and tinted. Some people prefer the original lights and the original colors. Some people prefer that. We can go either way. So that's an option. Now, let's go, let's look inside. I'm going a little long already. I was gonna make this a little shorter. And then I start talking and this is what happens. Let's start back here first. So the Sedona interior, which is about 10% of the 2008 and 2009 builds had the Sedona interior. 90% had the ebony black. But this is the Sedona, which is a brown. This one's kind of, so got some leather conditioner on it, so it's a little shiny. Probably needs to be wiped down so it's not as shiny. But you can see how when it's shiny, it reflects everything, and you can see how nice and clean and what kind of condition it's in. There is a little indentation in that seat right there. That's from it being folded down, and that seat buckle there gives the indentation. Most of them have that, unfortunately, but this one's a luxury, so it does have the rear DVD fold down from the ceiling. The carpets are immaculate. The floor mats. No scratches back here, which is common because feet kick them and that kind of stuff, but just super fresh. The backs of the seats are fresh. It's a really beautiful look on a white one with that Sedona interior. Same goes here. You can see that driver's seat is super, super fresh. Excuse me. The whole threshold. And if you've watched some of my other videos, you know some of the telltale signs on the interior that we look for to identify just how fresh and clean and well taken care of it is. Let's start this up. It's only about 90 degrees and it feels like about 130% humidity here today. So the telltale signs. First of all, this piece here, this surface here around the cup holders, it on most H2s, this is all scratched up and tore up. This is nice and fresh. It's got a little layer of dust right there. It's just kind of settled on it. But really fresh. All the buttons are fresh. No cracks, of course, in the dash. So it has turned 49 on it now. If you didn't know, so the name for this color comes from the Arizona Sedona, the desert. So it has that kind of that desert reddish brown, orangish brown look. The other thing to point out, so a lot of people ask on these tires. I want to pop the hood too, so we can look under there before we end this video. A lot of people ask how rough or noisy these tires are, and they're not noisy or rough. So that's why we picked these tires. So these are the Nitto Ridge Grapplers. If you've watched my other videos, you know we use these a lot. We choose these because they have a cool tread pattern, cool aggressive tread pattern that look great. They're extremely quiet and they're not rough. What happens is when tires and wheels get rough, when you start to get the low profile on the tires, right? So, for example, you've got this Escalade EXT right here. Those are 22-inch wheels, and these are 22-inch wheels. But these tires are 35-inch, which means from the ground to right here is 35 inches. So you have more sidewall, thick sidewall. Okay, if you take 35 minus 21, you get, I'm gonna do my math real quick, 14. So it's about 7 inches on each side of difference. On that wheel, that's a 31-inch, so that's, you're losing 2 inches on each side, a total of 4. So you've got a lower profile tire for that vehicle. So that's going to ride rougher than the H2 because this has more sidewall, more cushion. So not rough, not loud. Okay. Before I get sidetracked, let's get back to looking under the hood. So everything's been checked. It goes through a full mechanical check. The belts, the hoses, the lights, the tuning, the fluids, the maintenance, all that stuff gets checked out. So you can safely assume it needs nothing except to be driven. Okay, so that about does it. From here in Dallas, Texas. 2008 Hummer H2 luxury Black Ops package, fender flare package. Ultimately, we like to call it the StormTrooper package. I hope you like it as much as I do. You guys take care. We'll see you next time.